After years of Whoopi Goldberg steamrolling conservatives, dismissing guests, and ruling The View like her personal kingdom, she's finally met her match. The moment fans have waited for has arrived, and it's shaking up the show like never before.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Enter Karoline Leavitt.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help because
this wasn't just a debate. It was a public takedown. Karoline exposed Whoopi's hypocrisy, shut down her nonsense, and left the entire panel speechless for the first time ever. Now, the backlash is insane. ABC executives are scrambling, and rumors of major firings are swirling. And Whoopi? She might just be on her way out for good. So what exactly did Karoline say that left Whoopi humiliated on live TV? You do not want to miss this. But first, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more uncensored takedowns and explosive political showdowns. Did you just subscribe? Awesome. Let's get into it.
I said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here. Oh, yeah. Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah. The most divisive and disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a threat to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world. You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS, quite frankly. We need a
disaster began when Whoopi, Joy Behar, and The View panel tried lecturing Karoline Leavitt on wokeness. And as usual, it got ugly. Whoopi, oozing smugness, rolled her eyes, while Joy Behar threw in her signature bitter remark. But this time, Karoline wasn't having it.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
So now we're judging women by their looks? The irony is off the charts. These are the same women who preach about supporting women until it's a conservative. Then they mock, belittle, and attack without hesitation.
Do you want to take this?
So you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit of, well, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing. Because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics, no big binder, I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark. Because Karoline Leavitt worked, I mean, she went to St. Anselm College. She worked for WMUR
Ran for Congress?
In New Hampshire. She ran for Congress at the age of 25. Put on a very good campaign. She lost by 8 or 9 points, but she still put on a good campaign. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign, going on TV literally every day.
Well, heavily pregnant and a new mom.
Pregnant. Yeah, she's a new mother. And then she goes out yesterday and gives and this, again, this is speaking very objectively, because I've watched every press secretary since going back to Marlon Fitzwater. Yeah, I'm that old. And she went out there for her very first briefing at the age of 27 years old, the youngest press secretary ever, and did a terrific job of you know.
Here's where it gets juicy. Karoline didn't flinch, didn't stutter, and fired back.
these women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up.
Colleagues, I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay.
Now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
That was so good. So good. In a statement afterwards, this young lady claimed her, quote, on-air snub proves that you-know-who will not be treated fairly in the upcoming debate. Now, do you think this is going to make people doubt whether CNN can stay objective, or is this more the same of everybody's against me, it's all rigged, I tell you? Is everything rigged?
No, it's their MO. That's what they do. Rachel Maddow said last week, she's like, if the election is lost, it was rigged. If there's a debate, then the moderators are probably...
Caroline fired back. Whoopi, do you even hear yourself? You preach women's empowerment, yet when a conservative woman succeeds, you claim it's because of her looks. That is the real sexism. Boom. The audience froze. Even Joy Behar, the queen of interrupting, didn't say a word. But Karoline wasn't done. Wokeness isn't about equality. It's a political weapon used to silence those who disagree. And Whoopi, you prove it every single day on this show. The gasps were audible. Social media exploded within minutes. Whoopi exposed. Karoline owns TheView. We trended nationwide. And ABC, they were scrambling. Because what happened next? Oh, it only made things worse.
While I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House.
Boom. She's got more.
I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country.
Bam!
ABC executives were horrified. Reports leaked that producers were furious with Whoopi, sponsors were getting nervous, and even longtime View fans were turning against her. Then, the real bombshell dropped. Whoopi Goldberg was mysteriously absent from the next episode. ABC's official statement? Whoopi is taking time to reflect on recent discussions. Yeah, sure. We all know what that means. Whoopi Goldberg, the face of The View, was on the chopping block. But the fallout didn't stop there. At this point, the writing is on the wall. ABC now faces a serious choice. Clean house and finally bring some balance to The View, or double down and risk total cancellation. Because let's be real, this show survives on controversy. But when backlash outweighs the ratings boost, it's game over. Right now, ABC is walking a fine line. Advertisers are backing away, credibility is in shambles, and viewers are tuning out. Could The View finally be on its last legs? And did Karoline Leavitt just deliver the final nail in the coffin? All right, folks, now it's your turn. Was Karoline's takedown the most epic moment in The View's history? Did Whoopi finally go too far? Does she deserve to be fired? And most importantly, is this the end of The View? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates and uncensored takedowns.